Good morning, Okan. 8:34. Happy Friday to you. You know what's kind of important? The air you breathe. I think that is important.
Very
probably
important.
in your day-to-day, probably in your overall health of your body, probably for a lot of things, and it can affect you. And there are options out there. There's a new one out there, Maple Air. Andrew Ip, the CEO of Maple Air, joins us. GetMapleAir.com. Andrew, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
You brought a contraption in here that says Maple Air on it. So I'm assuming, is this the device itself?
It is. It's actively being installed in homes in Charlotte and throughout the country. And yeah, it's we just launched it this spring. It comes out of the commercial space. So the core technology is a really neat technology called Pure Plasma, and we miniaturized it down from commercial. So the commercial products are in Hilton Hotels, Penn State University, some really massive spaces that, frankly, have a lot of people and, bioburden and all that fun stuff. But we miniaturized it last year, and that's this 4-pound little device. You guys can pass it around if you want.
I'm allowed to touch this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely,
So he said I could touch it, baby.
Hey, you may break it. Just letting you know.
We dropped it from a 3-story building. And it
all right,
survived,
well then it's safe. It's safe in Justin's hands.
But we launched it this spring. Launched it first here in Charlotte, and
so does this connect to? Because I'm holding a device that's like it looks like a plate on a wall almost. That would be like a wall insert. Is kind of what this looks like.
So if you think about, I don't know if you ever crawled in your basement or up in the attic where your central air system is. So this goes right in the ductwork. It's a 5-inch hole that you cut in there. It's number 8 screws. You put it in there. You plug it in, and it self-calibrates. It's done. And so it goes right into your HVAC ductwork. And when your system runs and the air passes through,
so the air flows through. There's not.
Through it.
Is this powered by anything? Like
that's right. That's right. So I cut the plug, otherwise I trip over it. So you would plug it in, or an HVAC contractor would tie it into the transformer in the system. But most people just plug it in, and so you think of the brains are here, and then the magic is in this plasma core. There's nothing like it on the market.
Is it is it considered like a filter, or what is it?
It creates. You can think of it as it creates what's called a plasma field inside your ductwork. It's invisible. There's no heat. There's no smells. And that plasma field is what is so great at killing viruses, bacteria, COVID, rhinovirus. Breaks down harmful gases, and probably the thing most people notice first is odors. My house smells better, and hey, I put my kids' lacrosse gear on by the AC vents, and all of a sudden, there's no more smells.
I don't smell the stinky socks anymore.
Exactly, and that's probably the first people notice first on how awesome this is. But this is the only system that can do all those things. So pathogens. Our kids are back in school, so always worry about the
I know. I was saying my daughter's already been sick back
to
school. Yeah,
that's right. And we're trying to get this into schools as well. There's a stat that says 60% of home sicknesses come from kids, right? But yeah, this is the only thing that does all that. And think about mold spores. It's humid here in Charlotte, and
Andrew, such a niche space. How did you get into this?
It's funny. I was almost a accidental tourist in the HVAC space about 3 years ago. I ended up running a venture called HVAC.com. Still exists. I'm not part of it anymore, but it's awesome. Like the team there is awesome. Think of it as an Uber for HVAC. So I kind of tripped into this indoor air quality residential HVAC space and just loved it. I spent probably the first 20 years of my career in the cable industry, building out the internet. A lot of stuff you're talking about earlier in the earlier session around AI, and we were thinking about how does that impact the internet, and that was what I was doing. But 3 years ago, I tripped into this company. Train up in Davidson was part of that recruiting process. Another great, awesome company up here in the Carolinas. But yeah, I just sort of learned about this industry and now love it, and kind of through that process realized, hey, there isn't actually something that really works on indoor air quality. Because we probably breathe 15,000 times a day or something. Like I'm probably not so healthy these days, so I probably breathe more than you guys.
I just started listening to myself. Being a little heavy right there.
You know what I mean? But we buy organic foods. We filter the water in your home. You try to do wellness, but our view was there's a gap. There's a gap in the home. What do you do about the 15,000 times you breathe? People work from home, all that sort of stuff. And that was really the conviction to take that big commercial unit and miniaturize it to the residences.
So this attaches to the ductwork, you said,
exactly,
right? It
exactly.
does have power, so it would be powered.
Yeah, that's right.
Does it have a filter that has to be replaced at all? Or what's the lifetime?
This will actually last longer than your HVAC, actually, because it comes out of the commercial space. It's our CTO, Terry Woodbridge. He's probably one of the smartest people I've ever come across in my career. He's engineered this to be, commercial grade. This is dropped from a really tall building. There's been 600 volts run through this. This is commercial grade stuff. Now it's just for your home, right? So think about it. What's in a Hilton hotel or what's in a big sports stadium is now in your home, right? And it's there's really no maintenance on it. We recommend every 2 to 3 years. There's this plasma chamber that you replace every 2-3 years. But other than that, this will last probably longer than you'll be in your house. Yeah.
So, Andrew, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Years ago, my wife and I, one of our first major fights had to do with painting a bathroom. And I was told I'm never allowed to do certain projects ever again. Yeah. So while I believe that I could install this, it's probably not good for me to install it. So what's that relationship like when you've got this product? Are HVAC companies here, or no? Is this me as a consumer? I'm going to tell an HVAC company, "Hey, I want you to install this." Into my ductwork.
It's both today. So I've installed these myself, but we only sell through dealers and distributors, professional install type stuff. So the easiest way for a homeowner to get this is go to getmaplelair.com. Fill out the form, and we've built a whole network of installers that we vetted and we trust them, and we know they're really great in terms of homeowner support, and we'll match you to an installer. So, for example, here in Charlotte, there's a great HVAC company called 3-in-1 HVAC. A guy by the name of Micah runs it. He'll send a check to install it if someone in Charlotte wants a Maple Air. And then we've started working with Ace Hardware, a few other mold remediation companies to kind of expand the technician workforce to go install this.
The side of cost becomes a factor. I would certainly imagine. Are you comfortable talking about cost of the unit for people right now?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So a single unit will be about $1,000, and it feels like a sticker shock, but because this will last 10 plus years, once you divide, it's actually not that much. It's $100 a year.
Well, does it keep me from buying those, disposable air filters, or I'm still buying those as well?
So those MERV filters, that you get from Home Depot or Lowe's, nothing replaces that. That is always something you need, and really that helps protect your HVAC system. So this works in concert with that. Okay. So think about when this unit breaks down, a rhinovirus that's floating around your house, that basically becomes a really fine dust that gets captured by your filter. So we often tell homeowners or the dealers that we work with, all you need is a Maple Air and your filter that you put in the return duct of your HVAC, and you'll have the cleanest air in the world.
And so we made the switch over to the big filters that goes at the blower in the attic, right?
Yeah.
And so we don't have the little filters down at the duct level, the return level. But we were exploring also, because there's the Plasma Light, I think, kind of thing too, that has to get it's called a Plasma Light or something. It's another piece of technology. This seems a lot more easy to manage though and maintain. So you said just replace this every 3 years or something like that?
That's right. So the electronics and the shell, this will last basically forever. There's a little cartridge in here. You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
You take these 4 screws out, put a new one, and you're done. I'd say, and this is sort of the confusing part, with homeowners, is there's a lot of solutions out there that say we're plasma and this and that.
Definitely.
And those solutions are great at specific things, but in terms of the broader, anything that's going to make your home unhealthy, the broad spectrum covers by this. We have the core patents around this technology. This is the science of actual.
Yeah, I imagine there's some science involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And
you didn't just grab some parts and throw them in together. There's a lot of work that went to.
There's about 10 years of engineering that went behind this, right?
So cool
to bring this to the world.
Very cool.
Andrew, we appreciate you coming in. It just proves the point that people are out here. You could do things, and you can get great air quality in your home now. Is what you can do.
Really cool things being invented right here in our area too.
Yeah, and by the way, we've timed lots and lots of technicians installing. it takes about 4 minutes, 30 seconds on average to get this.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah, that's right.
That's amazing.
It can be that easy to get great air
That's right.
quality
That's
in your
right.
house. Add to your system. Andrew Ip, CEO of Maple Air. GetMapleAir.com. That's the website. GetMapleAir.com. Thanks, Andrew.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah.